Hey y'all, today's lesson is multiplying and dividing fractions. You previously went over adding and subtracting fractions, and again, this is a review from 6th grade, possibly even 5th. The only difference is we're going to be putting in our integer rules in place with positive and negative fractions. So a few reminders. First, you convert your mixed numbers to improper by using around the world. We've already done that. If it's a division problem, you are going to copy, switch, flip, or keep, change, flip, or whatever kind of way your teacher taught you last year. If it's a division problem, that's when you have to change the division to a multiplication and you flip the second fraction to the reciprocal. If you can, look for simplifying. Last year, some of your teachers may have taught you cross cancellation or simplifying. It just makes your whole problem easier if you can simplify. Then you're going to multiply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, and then the very last thing you want to do is reduce if you can. Reduce, reduce, reduce. Your integer rules for multiplication and division, same signs are going to be positive, different signs are going to be negative. So just remember that throughout the lesson. So here are two multiplication examples. Just going to go over multiplication first. We have to change this mixed number to an improper. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. Remember to keep 3 the same. And I don't have division, it's just multiplication, so I'm going to do what's called simplifying. And you can look up and down, or you can look diagonal. So between the 3 and the 3, the negative 3 and the 3, we can simplify because what will go into negative 3 and 3? 3. So 3 will go in negative 3 one time. And then between 14 and 16, can you think of anything that would go into 14 and 16? I hope you said 2. 2 will go into 16 8 times. 2 will go into 14 7 times. That is simplifying. That just makes your answer so much more easy, and then you don't have to reduce so much at the end. So now we're multiplying. Negative 1 times 7 is negative 7. And 8 times 1 is 8. And my answer is negative because at the very beginning I had different signs. So negative 7/8 would be your answer. Number 2. We need to change both of these to improper. So 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. Oops. So negative 17 over 8. And do y'all remember how to change a whole number into an improper? What do we put on the bottom? We put a 1. So this would be 10 over 1. This again is multiplying, so I don't have any copy, switch, flip, or keep, change, flip. So I'm going to simplify if I can. Anything between 17 and 1? No. Anything between 8 and 10? Can anything go into 8 and 10? Yes, 2. 2 will go into 8 4 times. 2 will go into 10 5. And now we can multiply across. 17 times 5. I'm not sure what that is. 7 times 5 is 35. 5, 8. So 85 over 4. 4 times 1 is 4. And then these are same signs. Look, a negative and a negative. And a negative times a negative is going to give me a positive. So 85 over 4. Again, you can leave it as an improper fraction. I'm not asking you to change it to a mixed number. So 85 over 4. Here are two division problems. So you have to remember with division, we have to copy, switch, flip, or keep, change, flip. Either one. We have to change this mixed number to improper. So 7 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. And now I have 5, 6 divided by negative 15 over 7. Now I'm going to copy, switch, flip, or keep, change, flip, whichever one. 5, 6 times negative 7 over 15. Notice I flipped my fraction. That's called the reciprocal. I left the negative. The negative didn't go anywhere, but I flipped my fraction. Now I'm going to look for cross simplifying and what will go into 5 and 15. 5 will go into 5 one time. 5 will go into 15 3. So now I can multiply. 1 and negative 7 is negative 7. 3 and 6 is 18. And negative 7 over 18 is my answer. Here's another one. I have a whole number, so I want to put that over 1. And then I'm going to copy down the first fraction. Going to switch my division to a multiplication, and I'm going to flip. So it's negative 1 over 12. Notice I kept the negative, and I flipped it. Do you see any cross canceling between the 3 and the 12? What will go into 3 and 12? 3. 3 will go into 3 once. 3 will go into 12 4. Now we can begin the multiplication process. Notice my signs are the same, so I know my answer is going to be positive. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 4 is 32. So 1 over 32 would be your answer. Positive because the signs are the same. So you try number 5 and number 6. Number 5 is a multiplication problem. Negative 1/8 times negative 5/6. Number 2 is a division problem, so don't forget to copy, switch, and flip, or keep, change, flip after you do around the world and change this mixed number into an improper. So pause the video, work these, and then press play when you're ready to see. So I don't need to change anything. I don't see any cross canceling, so I'm going to multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. 8 times 6 is 48. And these are both negative, so my answer is going to be positive. That one was pretty easy. Number 6, I need to change this 5 over 2. And I'm going to copy, switch, flip 3/4 times 2 over 5. It looks like I've got some simplifying I can do between 2 and 4. And then I multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 5 is 10. And these are different signs, a positive and a negative. So my answer would be negative 3/10. I hope you got that right. So here is a real world example. Ariel's language arts homework is to read 24 pages. She reads 1/8 of the assignment on the bus ride home. I don't know how she can read on a bus. I would get car sick. I get car sick if I try to read in a car or a bus or an airplane or anything. How many pages did she read? So we're looking for pages. We know that she read 1/8 of her 24 pages. She read 1/8 of 24. And maybe you remember last year, but if you've forgotten, of also means multiply. So 1/8 times 24. And I've already converted 24 to an improper fraction by putting it over 1. So do you see any cross cancel? What can go into 8 and 24? 8. So 8 will go into 8 one time. 8 will go into 24 3. And then we multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 over 1 is 3. So she read 3 pages. She read 3 pages on the bus ride home. And then maybe she got sick, or maybe it was too loud, or maybe she was home. That's how you work number 7. Okay, real world number 8. Joey has 12.5 yards of material. A cape for a play takes 3 and 5/6 yards. How many capes can Joey make from the material? So he has 12.5, and he wants to use that 12.5, and he wants to make capes of equal sizes that are 3 and 5/6. So what operation would you do to take one piece of material and break it up into equal parts? Division. So to solve this, you would need to divide. Oops, I forgot to tell you pause it. Pause it, work it out, and then press play when you're ready to see the answer. You would have to change these into improper. So 25 over 2. 18 plus 5 is 23 over 6. Then we would copy, switch, flip. So 25 over 2 times 6 over 23. We would cross cancel, cross simplify between the 2 and the 6. 2 will go into 2 1. 2 will go into 6 3 times. So I'm coming over here. 25 times 3 is 75. Whoops. 25 times 3 is 75. 1 times 23 is 23. Now this, does that tell me how many capes he can make? No, it gives me an improper fraction, but I can use that information to find out how many capes he can make. So I know he can make 23 capes, and 23 plus 23 is 46. So I know he can make 2 capes, but can I get one more cape out of the 75? So how many times will 23 go into 75? Let's add another 23. 6 plus 3 is 9, 69. So that's 1, 2, 3 capes. If I can only go to 75, do I have enough room to get one more cape out? No. So my answer is 3 capes. 3 capes. Now, I don't know if you can see this right here, down here, but I am offering you an extension research opportunity. Whenever we have division, you've heard me say we have to copy, switch, flip, change division to multiplication, and then flip the fraction to the reciprocal. So my question to you is why? Have you had a math teacher explain to you why you have to copy, switch, flip? Or have your math teachers in the past just said, this is how you divide, you copy, switch, and flip? So after you finish watching the video and you take your notes, why don't you do some research, look on the internet, see what you can find, ask your parents, hey, mom, dad, do you know why you have to multiply by the reciprocal to divide fractions? And then bring any of that information with you to class tomorrow, and let's see if you were able to find out the answer as to why we have to copy, switch, flip. All right, bye.